Alright folks, hope you're doing well. I do apologise for the fan noise, it's a bit noisy but it's not too bad. Anyway, I just speaking with God about something, and I think there's something worth trying. Yeah. I just going as I felt, and what I often do is I let God basically give me a scenario, and as God says, okay, if you're in that situation, what would you bring? And just let it, as it goes, not trying to force anything in there. And what I just got was about the fact that quite often in most churches there's no healing or deliverance, and certainly often when people are prayed they don't receive fully healing or deliverance now, partly because people just don't understand that. They just don't understand it. So yeah, I then started to say, well, okay, this is why people don't understand it, and this is what it means. This is why they're always sending people out in twos. I mean, basically, it's because so that one person who's not with the individual can be seeking Father as to if there's anything that's actually blocking the healing. Because sometimes it just isn't God's will. Sometimes there's unforgiveness. Sometimes there's a lack of belief or faith. Yeah, if their faith can't see what you're wanting to pray for, then you have to come down to that level, or you have to raise their faith up. That's the job of the person actually with the individual. Yeah, to do that, to then assess also the level of the person's faith, and okay, Father, what can I do to actually raise this person's faith? So one thing I was talking about was, and I've said with people who have issues and who've needed healing, is focus on, if you send the passion, focus on that point where the Lord was being beaten with clubs. I've said this before on videos. Well, at that point in time, when he fell down, he had no stripes on him. His body was basically beaten but not cut. But when he fell down, the soldiers were knackered, so they stopped as well, because they thought, well, that's all he can take. Okay, my job was done. Then he stood up. Yeshua stood up. Because at that point in time, by his stripes you were healed, hadn't happened. So then the soldiers picked up the far worse whip with that claw thing on it that got stuck in the skin, and they had to tear it out. Oh my God. Yeah. What I then felt that God was saying is, for people who need healing, focus on that. Focus on the final picture of that. So after the soldiers were that knackered and Yeshua slumped back on the floor again, focus on that image. That every part of his body that was visible was cut, that had stripes. Every part of his body. His hands, his arms, his shoulders, his chest, his stomach, his back, his legs, his feet. Everything. The back of his arms, the front of his arms. My God, and there was gashes everywhere. What God then said is, for the people that are in need of healing, close your eyes, focus on that. Focus on his body shredded by that whip. Focus on one of those stripes. When that stripe disappears, that stripe was for your healing. So as you see that stripe disappearing, receive your healing. I think that'll work. I think that's God saying, look, we got people praying for people that don't understand what they're doing. That aren't explaining to the people that they're being prayed for that, okay, you just need to receive it. Because that's it. All you need to do is receive it. Yeah, because that's the point. If I want to receive healing, what do I need to do? I need to receive it. Everything else has been done. Does Yeshua have to go through that again? All of that again, so I can receive my healing? Yeah, is it all the stripes needed for my healing and for everyone's healing? So does he need to go through that, 10 billion times for 10 billion people to receive healing? The answer is no, he doesn't. And of course, is it reality that that one stripe is the payment of for your healing? Because then he would need 10 billion stripes on his body, and I don't think his body would have been big enough for that. So no, of course not. But it is a case that people need to receive, and it is very much a case that seeing it in that way may help people to receive. And anything we can do to help people to receive healing, go for it. Do it. Do that. Close your eyes. Focus on his body broken. His body cut. Focus on the cuts. Then ask for that healing. And as you're focused on that cut, receive your healing, and you'll see one of those cuts be healed. Yeah, give it a go. I fully believe that God's going to use that. So, yeah. Go for it. Well, to be honest, what are you going to lose? Two options. Either you stay with whatever you've got, or you get healed. And if you're going to do it properly. Because in the end, I don't lose if you don't receive. You lose, I don't. So go for it. Yeah. Go for it in faith, trusting in Yeshua, trusting in God. There you go. You take care, God bless. I will speak to you soon. Yeah. Receive. That's the key, receive. So go on, receive. I'll speak to you soon. God bless. Bye bye.